Morning. Wednesday, June 10th. Just a midweek indoor update. See how the indoor ladies are doing. We're just checking the progress from week to week to see how it changes. For YouTube, this is just for educational purposes to see how the bud structure forms. And we're just looking at and documenting the changes from week to week. So let's see how they're doing. Here's what the tent is looking like currently. We have the Godbud cluster on the left. And we have the Ghost Train Haze on the right. Both looking delicious. Godbud is forming a really nice structure. Already looking pretty delicious. And then the Ghost Train Haze still working on her structure. A week behind the Godbud. I expect the Ghost Train Haze to take about 10 weeks. So, we've got another 6 weeks to go on this lady. But, looking pretty good. If anybody's curious what we're working with, I'll show you. I have two Vivo Sun tents side by side. The one we're currently working with is actually only 20 inches deep. 3 feet wide. And about 63 inches tall. I have this 6-inch inline duct fan hooked up to this carbon filter outside of my tent. I don't smell anything with what we have in the tent right now, and my wife's not complaining, so working well. This tent's currently using the Holland Star LED light, just a cheap budget brand. Bought it off Amazon. Seems to work all right. Just have a little USB fan blowing at the tops. Give me a little bit of air movement. Got this larger Honeywell fan pointed at this LED light to try and disperse the heat so we don't stress these ladies out. And then another inline duct fan at the bottom, just moving some airflow around the bottom, just keeping the circulation moving. So I most certainly designed these setups with budget in mind. Wouldn't have been able to sell to the wife any other way. And I actually inherited this 6-inch duct fan that I've got going here. So, working with what we got. And the other tent that's not running anything right now is a 4x2. It's just got another cheap sun rays LED light in there. I've got a 4-inch duct fan on this one, hooked up to the carbon filter inside the tent. Seems to work pretty good. And then with this 6-inch fan hooked up to such a small tent, I don't smell anything. And I've got a speed controller on it to control how much I need it to do for this tent. And then I can hook both tents up together, and then I just kick up the speed controller, and it pulls enough to do both of these tents at once, which is really cool. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't I have these flowering plants in that bigger tent over there? And the answer comes down to laziness. I was using the other tent. I needed more space in it because it was becoming crowded. I decided to move these two over here. When I did, I flipped them in flowering. And then just the easiest solution was to leave them in here, so that's what I did. And then I'm not sure how much demand there is for these indoor progress videos during the week. A lot of the attention is on the outdoor progress, which is fantastic because I love being outside in the garden. But let me know, would you want to see me start some new strains inside as we near the finish line of the ones we have going? Right now, right in my hand, I have QC Blue and Fruity Pebbles, both feminized. And then I have a whole bunch of other strains
that I've been collecting over the years that we could also try out. Yeah, let me know.
And just since Saturday morning, you guys have more than doubled. Appreciate all you guys. Hope your plants grow into monsters. Have a great day.